Hey guys, and welcome to my final installment of the dramatic punk rock look that I created with Cassandra. This week we're going to be doing my look, so the guys version we're doing a smoky eye. And unfortunately I didn't record a separate intro and outro, so I thought it would be really boring for me to just put the same one that I put with Cassandra. So here's a whole new one for this very individual video that needs a very independent intro and outro. So the look, I'm not wearing it today, but I can talk to you a little bit about it. As you know, it's a dark smoky eye. You can use it for concerts if you just want to rock out a smoky eye as a guy, or you know, if you want to have a little fun with your eyeliner, and it's suitable for anybody, even if you're a girl. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get started with the makeup tutorial. Alright, so we're just going to start with the simple base. This is going to keep the shadow in place as well as the colors vibrant throughout the night, and it's going to prevent creasing. We don't want our makeup to fall apart because we don't want to look like we didn't know what we were doing. So then I'm just going to start with a little bit of crease color. This is a warm brown, so it goes with my undertone. And I'm applying it on the inner corner of my eye, blending it up to the brow. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want the eyes to be a little closer together, but then I want them to point down as well, so it kind of looks like I'm a little mad, you know. You know, the angry look you get when you're mad and your brows just kind of furrow. I'm applying a layer, but you'll see that later on in the video I apply a second layer, and that's because the skin absorbs it, so it kind of changes in time. Now applying a waterproof eyeliner onto my waterline, and we want to be very generous with this. We want to create the look of a smoky eye, but only on the bottom. If you put it on top, it usually tends to look more feminine, and it gives you that lifted, you know, kind of younger looking eye, which can allude a lot to femininity and a cat's eye because it's more of a feminine shape. So for this guy's look, I wanted to be a little bit more masculine, so I wanted to go with more of a sleep-deprived look. So putting eyeliner on the waterline like this actually helps a lot, and then you want to smudge it a little bit in the inner corner mostly, so it looks like under eye circles. Then I'm just using these silvery tones just to add a little color. This contrasts the warmth that we have on the lid. That way we have almost like a double color thing going on. And I'm applying right on top of that eyeliner and a little bit below on the under eye part close to the inner corner. And this kind of gives us that little glammed effect. As I said before, I'm going back in with the same crease color. I'm just darkening that inner part. You know, my skin kind of absorbs things very, very quickly, so I had to put a second layer just to make it look smooth. And after you're done with that and you got the intensity that you want, you can start by applying your brow products. Here I'm using a gel just to darken my brows a little bit and accentuate them, make them a little darker. If you don't have a lot of brows, I would highly suggest putting more of this product on the inner part of your eye. Like I said in the beginning of the video, we want to make the eyes come closer together, and we want them to kind of go downward a little bit. Next, I'm just applying a little bit of mascara. You may have a lot of fallout on your lashes, so applying a tiny bit of mascara will help to make the lashes black again. And there you go. Next we're going to contour. I'm going to do a little bit of contouring on the nose, just using that same shadow that we used on the crease. And we're just going to go for a thinner nose. It's important that you kind of keep the look centered so that it comes to this point, and then when you get to the nose it just kind of goes straight down. This will kind of accentuate more the facial structure, which can be very masculine if you put more angles to it. And then I'm just using bronzers underneath my cheekbones just to make my cheeks come out a little bit more and give me more of that sunken look. With this look, I didn't really care about keeping the face matte. I think that it looks kind of worn in and kind of, you know, more rock and roll if it looks like you've been wearing the look for more than 10 hours. Like you just went to a concert, you had a fun time, you didn't even take your makeup off, and you went to sleep, then you woke up again and went to another concert. The next step is just to add a little bit of highlight. Again, this gives it more of that glam look, you know, when you turn around it gives you that glitter, nice effect. And I'm just applying this on the cheekbones, and I'm going to apply it on my top of my lips and on the nose. And this is the finished look. Alright, so hopefully you guys learned a lot. As you know, leave any comments below. Let me know what you thought of this week's tutorial, and also let me know what you would like to see next. I do want to tell you guys though, I do record a lot of videos, and I don't go through the footage until a lot later, so if you do have any requests, you know, they might not come up instantly, you know, it might take a little bit longer than usual, but it will be there. Don't forget to subscribe to What Would Victor Do, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I try to post a lot of different things on Instagram. I started posting my drawings. Yes, I draw. I also received a beautiful comment from Leilani Garcia saying that she enjoyed the music in the background. If you guys didn't know, I do actually produce music, and it is my music production work in the background. I try to have a new one, you know, or remix of one for every video, which is hard work, but it pays off because that way, you know, I feel like I'm connected to every single part of the video production. Producer hands! See you guys next week.